Hello, YouTube family. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture. It's not cute not knowing. I go by the nickname Ginger. And we start off with a hug because we be needing a hug. So come on. Thank you so much for joining me today. Alicia Keys, this just came down, everybody. She has just signed a deal with Netflix for a romantic comedy with Cinqua Walls. He plays Don Cornelius in the BET Soul Train miniseries. Christina Milian and Jay Farrow, who used to be on SNL, Saturday Night Live, the man of 1,000 voices. This deal just came out. I don't know what it is. It seems like social media is the new therapy where people go on and just put all their stuff out. Last week, yeah, Jaguar Wright. Then yesterday, I talked about Azalea Banks. Today, it's Lauryn Hill's oldest daughter. I believe her name is Selah. It's spelled S-E-L-A-H. Whew. She took to social media to really put her mother, Lauryn Hill, on blast. She says she was abused as a child. How Lauryn Hill is angry. How she was beat with a belt. And when she would cry, you better fix your face. She said she felt like her mother was a slave master, the way she would beat her. Lauryn Hills Daughter also talked about being sexually promiscuous, unprotected sex, and being wild. What about her dad, Rohan Marley? She said he was never there. She says now she may see him once a year, and she does not know how to even respond to him because he's got so many kids. Lauryn Hill had 6 kids. I don't know if the last one was by Rohan, but the mother of 6 kids, raising them by herself. It's not easy being a single mom. And if you're a single mom and you are bitter about the choices that you made in your life, pass it right on to the child. It's a very sad story. She says she misses her dad, who has never been active in her life. She says that she has anger issues and she's coming forward so she can be a better and peaceful person. She admits she has no idea how a man is supposed to treat a woman or the family. That's so sad. It's just amazing. You know, when you have kids didn't ask to come here. So if you're bitter and mean and you're mad about your life and you pass that on to a kid, it's kind of like a generational thing. And it's really sad that she would take to social media to air this out. Another person airing weird stuff on social media is actor Lakeith Stanfield. He was just in the photograph with Issa Rae. He was the guy with the hat and Get Out. He was in Knives Out. He's in that movie, Judas and the Black Messiah, that I told you about Fred Hampton. He's in that. He's on social media pouring liquor in the pill bottles. It was strange. People did check on him, and he said, thanks for checking in on me. I'm okay. But Lakeith, why would you do that? You've got this exciting career. What's going on? Do you need to see help? With this pandemic, mental health is real. You got Lady Gaga talking about her problems, what she goes through. There are professionals who can help you. There are professionals who can help you. It's not an easy time, and we all go through ups and downs. But this, like, airing out on social media, it's really something. Kelly Clarkson is going to be sitting in for Simon Cowell. He's out. He broke his back. He had to get a 6-hour surgery. They had to put a metal rod in his back. He's going to be out for a while. Simon Cowell fell off of his electric bike. He can't do America's Got Talent. Kelly Clarkson, how ironic, the first winner of American Idol. She's going to be sitting in. We know her from The Voice. And, of course, her daytime talk show, which recently won an Emmy for Best Daytime Talk Show. Jamie Foxx, I'm so excited about his new movie, Project Power. which starts streaming on Netflix on Friday. Imagine being able to have superpowers for 5 minutes. For 5 minutes, you got all this power. The visuals are stunning. The dynamics between him and the woman who plays his daughter, it just really looks good. But Project Power, Jamie Foxx on Netflix on Friday. How about CeeLo Green? The pot calling the kettle black. He's blasting today's female artists, saying that they're trash. Well, CeeLo, you ain't on The Voice no more because you was out here drugging women. I think they had to remind CeeLo of that. Speaking of today's female artists, Cardi B is gracing the cover of Elle magazine. Some diversity is coming to the talk show The Real, with Tamara leaving, with Amanda Seales leaving. Tamar left a while ago. They're going to change up the lineup a little bit, y'all. I guess they're going to bring some excitement, kind of freshen it up. Look for them to name a male and a female as part of the round table. Mike Tyson was supposed to fight Roy Jones Jr. in September. This fight is being postponed till late November. Why are they postponing it? They need to get as much money as they can get. It's all about that. You know it's going to be on pay-per-view. They're raising money for charity. Mike Tyson hasn't fought in 15 years. Roy Jones Jr., his last fight was 2018. It's all for charity. Let me just stress that. Roy Jones Jr. has got a lot of titles. Middleweight, super middleweight, light heavyweight, heavyweight. It's got a lot of titles. But him and Mike Tyson, that fight will not be happening until late October. Rachel Ray, that tragic fire that tore through her home, it didn't touch her state-of-the-art kitchen. That looked like a burning inferno when it went into flames. And you know why it was so hard for the firefighters to contain it? You living all fancy away from everybody. She lived not near one water hydrant. They had to take water from a pond to put the fire out where Rachel Ray is, but it never touched the state-of-the-art kitchen. Prayers, get well wishes are going out to Al Roker, the 65-year-old meteorologist, weather guy from the Today Show, has to undergo yet another surgery. This time, he's getting a total shoulder replacement. He's been having problems with arthritis, and they've got to deal with it. Now, this is what's interesting. He'd had a total cuff, rotator cuff. He's had the hip surgery. He had the weight loss surgery. And now he's getting a total shoulder replacement. He just dropped a new book. You look so much better in person, because that's what people would always say to him when they would see him. I was supposed to be interviewing him. Now with the surgery, I don't know when I'm going to get a chance to interview Al Roker. We met years ago, and I love him. Wonderful guy. But when I met him, it was right after the weight loss surgery. And they were like, oh, he's not really in a good mood today. And he did look different because he didn't have any makeup on. You see the stubble and everything. And we sit down to interview. And of course, me being newsy, I said, are you hungry? Because it was right after the surgery. And I just think of me, that if I got something like that, what do? They shrink your stomach, right? But what do you do if you're still hungry? You want something to eat. And he said he wasn't. And he said he was hungry. I kind of figured that. I said, no, that's that hangry. You know, you're hangry. You don't want to be bothered with nobody. Like, I want something to eat. But get well to Al Roker. Guess who's getting into boxing? Not serious, as a form of keeping in shape. Kevin Hart, as he ringed his 41st birthday in, showing a lot of boxing, which they say is a good exercise. And I know that during my recovery from a stroke in rehab, to get my arms kind of like moving, they had me boxing. It may look easy if you watch it, but trust me, when you do it yourself, it's totally different. Let's talk about happy slaves. Kanye West is now praising Kris Jenner. He's also accusing the Democrats of spying on him in Wisconsin. He's still trying to run for president. A couple weeks ago, she was Chris Jong-un. Now he's praising her. She's so great. Her music, her playlist. Nick Cannon. He's on that apology tour for the anti-Semitic remarks that he made against Jewish people. Now he's saying that he comes from a Jewish family. Nick, when? When? Happy slaves. That is a real thing. Carla Hall, we know her from The Chew, between the glasses and the curly gray hair. She has signed an exclusive deal with the Food Network to not only do her own show, but to be seen everywhere, from the Halloween Baking Championships, the Holiday Baking Championships, Worst Cooks in America. You're going to see Carla Hall everywhere on the Food Network. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Remember the comedy show, Will Smith? A drama version of it is coming. I'm like, I don't know. But there's a drama version of it coming. Will Smith is going to be the executive producer. If you're watching the Discovery Channel Shark Week, tonight is the night that Will Smith is actually swimming with the sharks. And the Richard Williams story, where he is starring as Richard Williams, it was held up, a lot of lawsuits, but that's all been straightened out. Richard Williams, the father of Venus and Serena, is going to be played by Will Smith. And that movie, we're going to probably get a chance to see it at the top of the year. Tracy Morgan, he and his wife are divorcing. He's 51, she's 35. They've got a 7-year-old, married 4 years. When they announced the breakup, you know, it was the infamous, there was no prenup. They done found a prenup. Tracy Morgan, who got millions from that Walmart accident, said he's going to abide by it. But he's got rules. He doesn't want his estranged wife. She said, you can't use my name. You can no longer be a Morgan. Don't be walking around here like you Megan Morgan. Drop my last name. He wants both of them to pay into child support. Now, I thought that was kind of like, Tracy, you got all the money. But he wants both of them. He wants them to have joint child support. He will abide by what's in it. Now, Megan, soon to be ex-Mrs. Morgan, says she has no money. She has no way of getting money, has no money coming in. She wants total custody of their kid, who is 7, daughter. She wants the alimony. She wants whatever that in the prenup, whatever they agree to with properties or things, and full custody and child support. It's a lot. I'm telling you, when love falls out, when just love goes left, love is nice, but when it goes left, but isn't it funny how they always find those prenups after saying there was no prenup? Oh, trust me, there will, if you got that kind of money, there is always a prenup. If you like the channel, tell a friend, subscribe, leave a comment. If I heart you, that means that I saw it. I welcome all comments. So just bring them in. It's not cute not knowing. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture. Thanks for joining me.